Hey guys, got an exciting video heading your way today. We're going to be introducing a new machine. A lot of you guys know, if you've been following along on social media or watching the videos, that we've got a growing family, and a ton of you have been telling us it's time for a trail limo. We need a four-seater. We've put a ton of thought and research into deciding which four-seater would be right for us, and I'm going to tell you some of the decisions we had to make to come up to the conclusion we did. Behind us in a minute, you're going to see our new four-seater unit. Some of you might be surprised, some of you might think, you know, this makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk you through the decision-making process and why we came to this conclusion. So let's turn around here and let's introduce the new AJP four-seater. The new AJP four-seater, as well as our friend Blake from Team MSC and Real Talk Powersports.
There it is.
Here we have it. Blake, what is this thing?
This is a 2024 CFMOTO Z-Force 950 Sport 4. It's a mouthful. It's a lot, but this is the Sport side-by-side by CFMOTO, the four-seat version, and it's a great unit. I don't know what all you want to share yet, but
it is a great unit, which is why it's sitting here. So the point of this video is to talk about what you need to think about when you're choosing the right four-seater for you. So everybody has different needs on what they're looking for in a machine. I tell you guys this all the time. You need to buy the machine that's right for you, not your neighbor, not your buddy, not some guy on YouTube that's telling you what to do. You need to make sure that what you're getting suits your needs, suits your expectations, and most of all, at the end of the day, suits your budget.
Absolutely.
And regardless of what you want to say, many of our decisions in life these days, because of how the economy is going, is rooted in the budget end of things.
Yeah.
So to give you a little bit of a backstory, this by no means was my first choice of machine. I actually wasn't even considering it. You guys know I have a 950H OEX, and I've been having a ton of fun with it thanks to this guy. Blake's the guy that gave me that kick in the butt I needed to step out of my comfort zone and give CFMOTO a chance after many years. You guys know I try to be as unbiased as I can. I try to keep an open mind, and I think if you've watched the recent videos of the CFMOTO, as well as the videos we make on the trails, you know our crew in general is very open-minded and very diverse. We have all the machines out there, and we've shown you over the last few seasons, whether it be with Blake or our other riding buddies, that just about any machine out on the market right now, in the right hands, can go just about anywhere the rest of the fleet can.
That's true.
As long as you treat it appropriately, you build it up to your needs, and you know, building a machine's a completely unique thing. If you're mudding in Texas, or if you're rock crawling in Utah, or if you're short course racing somewhere else, you're gonna have three different machines.
Absolutely.
Now, if you want to go hit the dunes, none of those other three machines are gonna work well there. So you're starting with a foundation, and that foundation needs to be based on what your end goal is. Our end goal is to be able to bring our family of four out on the trails for a fun day of riding. And we're not going out there to roll the machine. We're not going out there to conquer the hardest trail. We're not setting land speed records. We got the Battle Wagon back there. We've got our CFMOTO Z-Force two-seater. We've even got that new 2024 Razor XP1000. Those are the machines we can take out when we want to roll down a mountain, or you know, kind of flex that ego from time to time, right? This four-seater, I'm not taking my kids out to put them in danger. And you run one of these machines. And when you take your kids out, it's a different mindset.
Totally different atmosphere, different riding style. Maybe some of the same trails we take to get to some extreme trails, but I have a different mindset when I step into my four-seater.
You go out with a different goal in mind, and different things are giving you pleasure on that ride. It's the atmosphere, the people you're with, and building those memories.
Absolutely.
That's not to say that you can't have a ton of fun if a four-seater is your main unit. You can. But in our situation, we're building a secondary machine. And that's the same thing you've done with your four-seater. It is not your primary unit. It's that machine you take out when you want to go out with the family. So let's talk about how we got to this point. So first of all, full honesty here. I wanted to get a Polaris Expedition adventure vehicle, or ADV as they call them. I wanted the full cab. I wanted heat and AC because we got a 10-month-old right now, and I wanted to be able to bring him out and control the climate, control the dust. And then I priced one out. And let's talk Canadian figures here. So the numbers will be different depending on what time of year you're watching this, what year you're watching this, where you're located, whether it's in Canada, the United States, or somewhere else. Pricing varies. But we'll just use these numbers as an example, and I'll list the numbers and the price comparisons while we go through the video. But the point is this: in Canada, if you want a fully loaded Expedition, you're looking to spend around $80,000 after tax and delivery and all that. That unit right there costs $30,300 out the door with a 5-year warranty and a $950 parts incentive from the dealership at the time of filming this video. That's $50,000 less than an Expedition. Is the Expedition 50 grand better? I'm not going to answer that. That's for you guys to decide. It's a rhetorical question. But before we jumped on this machine, I was so close to pulling the trigger on a poor man's Expedition. We were going to get a 2021 Polaris General 4 with 500 kilometers on it, so about 200 miles. Glass windshield from Polaris, the wiper, the full Polaris enclosure, heat, all the bells and whistles, the winch, and it would have cost me about 31 to 32 grand before tax used, no warranty. So about $36,000 to $37,000 for a 3-year-old machine with no backing from Polaris, versus $30,000 for a brand new 4-seater sport like this Z-Force. So now you need to crunch some numbers and think to yourself, is it worth that extra money? If I take, like, we're gonna do the Expedition comparison here. If I take that 50K and I take 10 of it and I throw it at this machine, wheels and tires, skid plate, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna do windshields for the kids, for example. A clutch kit, because you gotta do the clutching on these, in my opinion, regardless, but bigger wheels and tires. MSC clutch kit. Makes it, wakes it up, and then the last thing you do to top it off is you throw an ECU tune in it, right? That's gonna set you back in Canadian dollars under 10K.
Absolutely.
So even if you drop 10 grand on this, you've got 40,000 into that, half the price of an Expedition. So I know I've been doing a lot of talking. We also looked at the KRX4s. A lot of you guys said get the KRX4. In Canadian dollars, it's like another 20 grand. But I was weighing all those options. I really didn't think I wanted another Z-Force. But when I saw these, I thought that CFMOTO finally came to the table with something that I really like. I really actually like the way this machine looks.
Looks
I'm comfortable
great
with the styling of it. I've driven them. We drove it when we went to the CFMOTO event. They drive well, they're comfortable, they don't lack power. It's not a power monster. It's a 4-seater, it's got a 950, but it's got more than enough jam. And now you've clutched yours and put bigger tires on it. Does that wake it up?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, because the 32s, especially Rockzillas, they rob some power, and so to get that back and to get it geared the way it needs to be, I definitely added the Team MSC Stage 3 clutch kit, and it just got me back to where I can handle it with no worries of belt problems and stuff like that. So
now I think let's address the elephant in the room. Blake is my friend. Blake works for MSC. Blake, you are a CFMOTO guy. You build these, you ride them, you really like these machines. You've structured your YouTube channel heavily around CFMOTO over the years. Also keeping an open mind though, very unbiased. This is our machine. We have purchased this machine. Now we did get it through MSC. They gave us a really good deal on it. It would have been really silly for us not to pounce on it. With that being said, there's nothing else on the market, guys. I looked at every 4-seater. I priced out an R-Max 4. I priced out a new General 4. I priced out a Razor 4. I priced out a Commander 4-seater and a Maverick 4-seater. All those machines, the KRX 4-seater, they're all significantly more money. We're talking 15 to 20K more Canadian usually, on average, kitted out the same as this. This thing comes with full doors. It comes with a beautiful storage box in the back. It comes with beadlock wheels. It comes with a winch. It comes with a roof. Right? That's another 4 or 5 grand options if you were to buy them through Polaris, through Yamaha, through Can-Am. I still wasn't convinced. I wasn't set on this. what really brought me over the edge was we went to the Toronto Sportsman Show a few weeks back, and there was a machine just like that one, the exact same color, the same model sitting behind us, sitting right next, across the aisle, from a brand new Can-Am Commander 4-seater base model 700, which was a few grand more. Steel wheels, no roof, no winch, no storage, basic warranty versus 5-year warranty, bumper to bumper. Fit and finish, I came in, I looked at it, I checked out the interior. Let's look at the interior. First of all, full doors, beautiful, nice fit and finish. Exterior door handle, door seals. Door seals that I must mention, coming from the world of Polaris and stuff, the brand new 2024 Razor XP1000 has door seals, and you can see light through all of them. These things actually seal. Not a hit at Polaris. We're not getting brand bias here. We're just calling it like it is. Call a spade a spade. When I compared this interior layout to the Can-Am, this is as close to what that Can-Am looks like as possible without being in a Can-Am. The storage box, it's bigger, it's deeper, it's nicely sealed.
Got a seal.
So the brand new Polaris we have, the 24 Ultimate Edition, has a glove box that's 1/3 this size, if not smaller.
It's big.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And it has no seal. You pressure wash it, it fills up with water.
Right.
On a machine that costs arguably around $20,000 more in a 4-seat configuration. The seats, everything about this machine. This isn't the CFMOTO of 5, 6, 7 years ago, guys.
No.
They have refined this machine. And I'm saying this from firsthand experience of owning the 950 HOEX. Look at here.
Yeah, that's not an accessory. Like,
This
that
comes factory. Look at the trim, the finish of this storage box. Look at all the space.
Yep.
This comes with it. Everything you see here, the roof, it's all included. The beadlock wheels, the stag tires. Now, personally, for my use, I think these tires are too small, but the wheels are fine. You slap a 32 on that wheel.
Yeah, because that's a 14-inch beadlock wheel.
A real beadlock, and they're quality. They're nice quality beadlocks. This isn't just like lowest bidder. This is a nice wheel.
Yep.
It's visually appealing and it's a quality wheel. It comes with a good name brand tire from the factory, but you slap a 32 on it along with some of those other mods and look at the difference. That's what it should look like. It's proportional. It looks nice. Blake's even got fans in the front and the rear for the kids when it's hot, in the back for him and his wife up here.
Yeah. And this one also has the CFMOTO Stage 1 and Stage 2 full audio with the screen. It has Apple CarPlay, and that's a CFMOTO accessory. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, you got that with the speakers down in the bottom and speakers in the back.
Yeah, there's speakers in the roof, right?
Yeah, that makes it the Stage 2, the rear speakers.
Cool. So when you look at these accessories that CFMOTO is offering now, these accessories are no lesser than what Polaris is offering, what Can-Am is offering, what Kawasaki is offering. And yeah, we're dropping all those names because, let's be real, you're watching this video because you're trying to decide what to spend your hard-earned money on, and you're comparing these machines. You would compare.
Absolutely.
Anyone would compare, whether you're thinking about a CFMOTO versus a Segway, a CFMOTO or a Can-Am versus a Polaris. Any one of those configurations, you're using this video as a tool. I did all the same stuff. I'm lucky. I get to see these machines get thrashed on a regular basis in the real world, year after year. And I can see the weaknesses, I can see the strengths. Does this machine have weaknesses? Yes. Does the Polaris have some weaknesses? Yeah. Is the Can-Am got weaknesses? Yeah. Will they all eventually have an issue? Yeah. It's a machine. It wears out, it gets used, it gets abused. The way we use them affects their life cycle.
Yes, absolutely.
So they're all gonna have issues where they break down, but these are well-built machines. The suspension feels good on them. They got the double A-arm rear end. They've got turn signals and horns and all that stuff. Look at this. The aftermarket is starting to support these machines quite heavily with our friends at Team MSC. Blake, you can tell us. We're getting to the point where you can get pretty much just about as many accessories for a lot of these models as you can for the other brands.
Yes, that's what we're pushing for.
And every week, every day, you guys are pushing the bar to get more options out there for the guys, right? we can do suspension components. Like, come over here. We got the 950 HOEX.
Yeah.
This is a 24. It's brand spanking, right?
Yeah.
Moorhead designs, high
Yep.
clearance, forward-facing arms.
That's right.
And we're not talking. This isn't a cheap arm or anything.
No, it's
this is way better than OEM.
Yeah, high quality, super strong. We have upgraded tie rods as well, which is coming a little later.
There's 35s on this machine, guys, on stock axles.
Yeah,
You know, if you're coming from the Razor world, you're like, oh, stock axles. Ah. Not an issue here in the CFMOTO world.
it's yeah, I'm a CFMOTO guy, but the axles have blown my mind. The OEM axles are extremely durable and strong, and we've put them to the test. So.
Yeah, and see, I'm being truthful here, and I'm trying to be as honest, and I think you can see it through my body language and what I'm saying. I think you can see it through the videos. We chose this machine over here because it made sense, and I'm gonna seal the deal here. Blake and I were talking, Ksenia and I were talking, a bunch of my friends and I were talking about the key factor here. We've decided this is a family machine.
Yeah.
Let's say, just for discussion's sake, say we spend $30,000 on this, say we throw 10 grand at it, we got a $40,000 machine out the door versus an Expedition that's 80K. Okay, yes, climate control, AC and heat, cool. But issues with interior, there's issues with cabin noise, other
Yes.
issues. First year, there's always
Yeah.
those gremlins hiding. So what I'm trying to get through here is if we're gonna have a $40,000 difference or even a $20,000 difference, say we got a used General and it ended up costing us 15, 20 grand more. So that $20,000 to $40,000 difference is how many trips away with the family. Fuel for your truck.
Yeah.
The cabin we rented here
Right.
for the week.
Right.
So if we have 40 grand to burn, once again, I'm just using this number for discussion's sake, that's 25 awesome weekends away
Yeah.
with my family. Now, when I say, hey, Joe, we're going away for the weekend, you want to join us? Hey, Julian, sorry, man, I can't. I got to work on Saturday, pick up some double time because I got to make a payment on my Expedition.
Yeah. That's tough.
I got 40 grand in my pocket versus that guy who just bought the Expedition. Now, tell me, who's having more fun? Me in my underpowered, my lesser vehicle of a CFMOTO here, or is it Joe sitting at work watching my Instagram stories?
Oh, that's tough.
How much fun is Joe having in his Commander or in his Expedition, for example, when he's not riding it? How much fun are you having when I say, hey, I want to get some new tires for my machine, but I can't because I just dropped all this money I couldn't afford? Because the reality is, even if you buy that Expedition, you still want to do stuff to it.
Yeah.
You
yeah,
still want to
you
make
still
it yours.
want to be able to customize.
Yeah. So you're gonna get tires. You're gonna want to, change something on the machine. So how much money are you gonna have left over to do that? Is that machine worth double the money to you? If what you're after is a family experience, if you want to go out and enjoy the weekend with your family, you need to spend some money at Walmart, you need to spend some money on fuel, you
Right.
got to get your kids a new helmet,
Yeah.
all that stuff that costs you money that you would overextend.
Right.
Now, if you got tons of money and you can afford it and you're blessed enough
Yeah.
to have very solid income and disposable income, which we're lucky. We get to play this game. We are in that boat where we get to enjoy these nice toys, but we do make sacrifices in our life to be able to do this.
That's right.
If you have so much money that you don't care how much that Expedition costs, well, it seems like that machine is directed towards you. But if you're an average Joe, unfortunately, no hit at Polaris, guys. You overpriced your machine. It's just not realistically relatable to most people to spend the cost of a new pickup truck or SUV on a side-by-side, which is where guys on the comments like, oh, if you're gonna buy that, you might as well buy a Jeep. I don't want a Jeep, I want a side-by-side, but I understand the argument.
You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
So you see where they're coming from.
Absolutely.
So you could go into a Jeep TJ,
Yeah.
or even a newer JK with 4-seater used
Yeah.
for a lot less money than an
Yeah.
Expedition.
Yeah, that's
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought it would get here.
me either. Not this fast.
No. But see, for lack of sound, like for risk of sounding like a broken record here and repeating myself, I just want to ask you, think about it. What's more valuable to you? to go out and enjoy the time on the trail. Like we always say, it doesn't matter what you're riding. The fact is that you're out riding. Our buddy Colin just bought a brand new 6-seater Viking. He went from a Pro XP to a 6-seater Viking. It comes on like 25s. Yeah. We took out riding the other weekend. It was we had a good group ride, and you guys will probably see that video on the channel. But here's the point: if you're out and you're riding at, give me like, think back to like the CFMOTO 800 days. You know, like what years were those? Like 2016-ish?
Yeah.
So 2016 CFMOTO 800, and you're out on the trail, and I'm in my brand new Pro R Razor.
Yeah. And
we're hitting trails, and we're laughing, and we're making memories, and we're taking photos, and we're filming video. Are you having any less fun than me?
No.
You're out there.
Having a good time.
Surrounded by good people.
Yeah.
Having a good time. At the end of the day, all that matters is being out there. And like we always say, it's not always the machine, it's the driver. It's not always the tools, it's the craftsman.
Yeah.
So if you're out there and you're putting a smile on your face, then sometimes actually we're riding these easy trails and we're going over them 35s, and it's like you're not even thinking about riding, you're just cruising down the interstate.
Yeah.
But me, if I'm riding on 25s with 6 inches of suspension travel, I'm picking my line on every trail.
Yeah.
I'm hitting things you just float over, and I got to think about it. In theory, I might actually be having more fun than you.
Yeah, the challenge.
Because you need to go hit Cadillac Hill to push your luck.
Right.
And to get a challenge. I'm having a challenge getting there, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? So what? Maybe I'll have to pull cable 3 or 4 extra times. Will I still make it to the top?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll make it to the top on a budget, in a way that I can afford. And that's all I want to say, guys. Don't judge this logo, the CFMOTO. Don't judge the Yamaha. Don't judge the Can-Am. Blur that out. Forget about the brand bias. Look at the facts. Like I said, what do you need to do? What do you want to achieve?
Right.
What are your expectations? What is your budget? If you can cross off those boxes, it doesn't matter. Now, if you're mechanically savvy at all the machines are fine.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a guy that wants to buy new and you need that warranty, that's just another reason to think about buying a new machine.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, it's a fact. There is nothing in the 4-seater category in this sport side-by-side market that even comes close to offering the bang for buck that this unit right here does. I looked at them all. It's not like we're just choosing this for marketing purposes or anything like that. I could told you, this makes the most sense logically.
Yeah, there's no way around that.
It's just a fact.
Yeah.
And you coming from the background of knowing all this stuff about CFMOTO, honestly, you've built so many machines with them over the last few years. We've ridden together a handful of times. I've watched a ton of your videos. It's not like we see them breaking down all the time. No. And it's not like you're cutting stuff out of the videos.
No.
They're not failing.
No.
They break down as much as any other machine. We've had plenty of Razors break on the trail.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of Mavericks break on the trail. What do? You put your heads together, you fix it, you keep riding.
Yep.
Same with this. So guys, please don't get caught up in the he said, she said, in the hype, in the marketing. Make the right choice for you.
Yes.
This video is supposed to be directed at the real world consumer, which we are. We use these heavily. If we can take this machine out and thrash it the way we do, and then if you're any, like, a lot of you guys don't want to go hit Cadillac Hill and risk rolling your machine. I respect that.
Absolutely.
I don't judge anyone. You know us, we'll be riding something, someone's like, you know what, I don't want to go that way. No problem. Loop around, meet us at the top of the trail. Wait there for us.
Yeah.
Or wait at the bottom. We'll loop back down for you.
Yeah.
No big deal. We're not the guys that egg on. We don't.
No.
We're not ego driven.
Yeah.
So be logical. Do what's best for you. Don't overextend yourself financially, because you will not enjoy the experience later on when you're making crazy payments and you can't afford to go out. You're not having fun.
That's right.
The key is to ride.
Yeah, and the peace of mind of what I have invested in a machine, and to be out there on the trails, if something does happen and I have invested less, it feels better. I
Yeah.
love that.
That new car, are you gonna take that new $100,000 truck off-roading? Once again, subjective.
Yeah,
What's your
right.
budget?
You're right.
We're talking at you as regular guys.
Yeah.
It's not like we got tons of money here. We're not making it rain, you know? So like, also, you can have 2 machines,
Yeah.
literally, or more for the cost of one General. And here, you go out, ride, and you lay this thing over it. And I mean, I don't mean like roll it. I mean, lay it over on its side. It can happen really easy. No one's getting hurt. Everyone's buckled in.
Yeah.
You scratch up a door, rip off a fender, and you know, crack your windshield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever, break your roof.
Yeah.
You're talking about $1,000, $2,000. You show me what happens to your fully enclosed, glass windowed Expedition when you roll it over. Now the doors don't shut. You just cracked a $1,000, $1,500 windshield versus my $300 or $400 windshield. Your fender costs $1,200. Mine costs $200.
Yeah.
So that's another thing to consider. And you know what? Let's bring New York Mike up. New York Mike is our buddy. He drives a 21 or 22 Razor XP 1000 Rock and Trail on stock 30-inch tires with hardly any upgrades done to it. He's been everywhere we've been. You guys watched him drive up Cadillac Hill in a stock machine with guys on 35s, and there were sections he made look easier.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth.
On paper or standing side by side, if you were to ask somebody to say which machine's gonna do better, or will he make it up? Did you think he was gonna make it up that? I did not.
I didn't. I thought we were about to have to pull him up.
I thought he was biting off more than he could chew. And he reminded us again that it's not about how much you spent. It's not always about the biggest and the baddest machine.
Yeah.
It's about going out, choosing the best line, and having a good time.
Having a good time.
So take what you want from this video, guys. It's not go buy a CFMOTO, go buy a Can-Am, none of that. It's buy what's right for you.
Yeah.
And go out, make memories, enjoy it, be safe, and just have fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Which is why we're here.
Yep.
So instead of talking more, why don't we see if we can get these machines out on the trail and put our money where our mouth is and show some of these people that, you know, these do work. And you know what? Follow social media, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Blake's channel, Real Talk Powersports. Follow them. Check out the MSC website. Team MSC, Main Street Cycle, biggest CFMOTO dealership in the world.
Yes.
In the world.
Yeah, currently. That's right.
In America, in North America, globally. So these guys know their stuff. They sell a ton of units. If you need parts for your machines, check out teammscparts.com.
Right.
Check out our previous videos. You'll see these machines in action, and we can back up what we're saying. Check out Blake's videos if you really want to see what you can do with the CFMOTO. And he'll show you real world. He's a straight shooter like I am. We've got nothing to prove here. So grain of salt, take what you want from it, but most importantly, just get out there and ride.
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.